All right, so I get asked all the time how I do my big pineapple messy buns on top of my head. I know, some of you are like, why would anybody want to know how you do that? I would never want my hair to look like that. That's fine, then this isn't for you. But I get asked all the time. So I'm gonna show you a couple different ways and give you a couple tricks on how I do this. It looks different every time. I really never know how it's going to look. You know, sometimes it's like more vertical. Some days, I move my head and it's, you never know. You never know. All right, so if you wanna know how I do the big, huge bun, then keep watching. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to do is kind of work my fingers through my hair, break up any tangles that I may have. All right, now I'm gonna go through and just brush it out a bit. Now, keep in mind, your length of hair, your texture of hair, both of those things are going to determine what kind of bun you can get, right? So keep in mind, the more hair you have, the bigger the bun, right? If your hair is super soft, silky fine, you're going to have a harder time getting that lift on top of your head. It's going to be a little droopier and like, right? So you have to work a little bit harder at getting a bigger bun. Now, my bun is gonna look different. It's going to be different sizes depending on the day, depending on how dirty my hair is. It just kind of depends. So I like to brush through my hair. I'm gonna use some dry shampoo because I'm a little oily at the roots. I haven't washed my hair in a few days. Dry shampoo is great even if you aren't oily to add texture, or a texture spray, texture powder, anything like that. So I'm using the Champ dry shampoo. So I'm going to focus this mainly at my roots because I get plenty of volume through the rest of my hair without it. If you have thinner hair or finer hair, you could spray the dry shampoo everywhere to add a little bit of texture. Now, usually I prefer to use a scrunchie when I'm doing a bun just because it's a little, look at my hair, just because it's a little more gentle on the hair. You can use a hair tie, whatever you prefer. Maybe I'll show both. I'll do a hair tie first. So the first thing I do is flip my head over and I grab all of my hair on top of my head. I don't pull anything out yet. I don't try to make my, the hair by my scalp loose, anything like that. I pile it on top of my head. Okay, first trick. Have your hair tie scrunchie ready to go in your hand. Put your ponytail on top of your head, right? We're gonna let the ponytail fall to one side. I'm going to take the hair tie. I am going to go about halfway down my pony. All right, I'm not pulling the whole tail of my ponytail through. Then I'm gonna wrap it back around, spread out my bun a little, and pull my hair tie over my bun. Okay, so this is where I start, right? Then, now you guys, again, depending on how much hair you have, you're gonna have to mold it to fit your head of hair, right? So now I'm gonna grab my bun and just kind of spread it out everywhere. I'm gonna grab my little tail, pull some around to the front. Then, after I have the big bun, all right, I'm gonna pull some in the back because nobody likes a flat head, right? I pull just a little bit up front here, and you can, again, you guys, you can add as much as you want pulled out, as little as you want. So look how big this is today. It's not always as big. Now, let's say your hair's silky fine and it's like falling real kind of flat and you want a little more zhuzh, all right? Take some bobby pins and just kind of mold it how you want it. So let's say this is, looking good over here, but this guy is kind of droopy, okay? You could take a bobby pin. Remember to use the scalloped side down because that's going to grip the hair. And then you could just pin some of the hair where you want it if you need a little more zhuzh. Another big thing is tucking. Take your hair and tuck it into the ponytail holder. Okay? There we go. And you guys, you can always take it out and redo it if it's not working. But this is in essence the base model of how I do my messy bun. I do it with a scrunchie. Another tip is, again, if your hair is thin, if it's fine, if it's silky soft, you could tease it up a bit with a brush or a comb just to give you a little more girth. So what you could do is take a section of hair and just tease it up just a little bit. I don't need to do that. I have plenty of hair, but that's a little thing you could do too to add a little more. So again, I prefer to use a scrunchie. This is from H&M. It was like in a 3-pack. I'm pretty sure I just whipped my phone with my hair. So again, pony on top of your head, scrunchie your hair tie in one hand, pull it about halfway through with the tail, pull it around again, voila. Put the little tail guy where we want it, pull it out in the back, pull it out in the side. Now again, this guy looks different than the last guy. If you like sleek, uniform buns, clearly this look is not for you, but I get requested all of the time on Instagram how I do it. So this is how I do it. Okay, there we go. Good luck. So there we go. That's how I do it. Sometimes it's real floppy. Especially when I'm talking, because I'm like this. Not always. Sometimes we're a little more, we're a little more zhuzh. It's just, you have to do it. Try not to think too much about it. When you think too hard and then you start pinning and flattening and pinning and flattening, and then it's like, right? Okay, there we go.